House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. He is here right now, live in studio. Of course, he is a very well-known Republican from the great state of California. Thank you so much for being here. Let's start and just to underscore the difference between Texas and California. In Texas, the new maps can and likely will be adopted by special session and signed into law as soon as tonight. In California, it is the voters who are going to decide by a ballot measure in November. You are working to defeat it. What's your plan?
Well, let's also say, why is it different from Texas to California? Because we both have state constitutions. And the Constitution in California says you have a commission. That was decided by the people in 2011 by 61%. It's even more popular today. It also says in there that those on the commission cannot run for office of these seats for 10 years. But you know what? These legislators who are voting on this are planning to run for these seats in less than a year. But what we found is California, because Gavin wants to become the nominee for president, he's going to go against the Constitution. He wants to now have individuals pick the voters instead of the voters selecting who they are. And if you think about it for one moment, in Texas, they have the right to legislators draw their lines. But even if this goes through in Texas, the Republicans will have about 70-some% of the seats. Already in California, where Republicans vote almost 40%, we only have 17%. Democrats have 83. It's more than 5 seats, it's 9 seats, because in California you have 9 swing seats. They changed that. And remember, when they drew it this way and Democrats had the advantage, we were sitting in the minority. We didn't run away as Republicans. We won 5 more seats while Nancy Pelosi was Speaker and won the majority. But this is something that could be very dangerous nationwide if the Democrats move forward, because Republicans could do this in more states than the Democrats can.
There's a lot to unpack there, and I want to follow up on a lot of what you just said. But just going back to my initial question, what is your plan? How are you going to work
there are so
this?
many people in so many groups. It's not a Republican versus Democrat. It is a united front with people all doing. Look, the former governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's not tied with Republicans, but he has been fighting gerrymandering for 20 years. He was the governor behind doing this to let the people have the power. He's going to go out and try to fight the politicians. You have Democrats who sat on the commission who thinks it's wrong, who's going out there. You have Charles Munger, who is just a good government individual. He, along with League of Women Voters and others, have stood up against it.
There's a report that he's going to give you. Well, first of all, are you planning on spending $100 million?
Charles Munger is not providing money to me. Charles Munger is providing his money to fight what he thinks is wrong in his own entity.
Are you working with that entity? How are you
connected? That entity goes and does what it's going to do. There's a lot of groups. This is so unpopular. So many groups that have come from different parties. They don't want to see California go against their Constitution. They want to have a competition in their races. As voters, they want to be able to select who represents them instead of the politicians picking them.
So I just want to be clear. So you, Kevin McCarthy, you're not raising money?
I will help another entity raise money to do our part.
And is it your goal to help? Well, what is that entity?
My goal is to help California to the voters pick their own elected officials.
Through what
to
entity?
Keep the commission. We have Right Path that I will help with. Charles Munger and League of Women Voters have their own. Governor Schwarzenegger, he's off on his own. It's a unique group out there.
Are you going to try to raise $100 million? That's been reported.
That's a lot of money.
No, I know. It's been reported. I'm just trying to figure out if it's accurate.
I think there's a lot of these members we help be able to run. I want to be able to help them any way I can.
Okay, so you are fundraising for it.
Yes.
And you're obviously speaking out. You're here doing it.